First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching the truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the whole four that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother Dawab from the branch of GMS here in Chicago. Coming right back at you with a little lesson in as you see on my phone screen here, I got Arrows of Indignation 144. This brother always put out a lot of great videos, man, for lessons, for information. You know, he's always doing and may the Lord continuously bless that brother to continuously do what he do. And in this scene, and as you see the title of his video, it says A Dream About the M.O.T.B. Now, I seen a video earlier today about a brother, M.A.R.K, he did he was doing a drive, and I happened to took a look at a video, and it was like, you know what, I was sitting up here, it just made me want to sit up here and just put my 2 cents in myself, so before I play the video, I'm gonna grab a couple of scriptures. And the first scripture I want to sit up here and grab is Joel 2, 28. I think it's around 28. Here it is. It's Joel 2 and 28. And it said, "It shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions." And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. So as you see, there are many people that are coming out with a lot of visions that they're seeing, a lot of dreams, especially about the M.O.T.B, and about the martial law. So you've been getting a lot of visions on that. There was even a man, I forgot what brother put this up. It could have even been Arrows of Indignation that put this video up, where a guy was talking about that we had a vision of seeing so-called black men coming out of the chariots. They call them UFOs, and he said they was like 7 and 8 feet tall. So either way it goes, man, you having a lot of people that's having a lot of visions, and this one right here, he had played part of it. And I sat up there and listened to it, and I was like, man, I got to say something about it myself. So I'm going to sit up here and play it. It's like about 5 minutes long. I'll probably play the whole thing. I'm quite sure other brothers have seen these videos. I mean, he said a couple other brothers did videos on it, so I'm quite sure this video has been circulating around. I'm quite sure it'll probably be other brothers, tackling that video also. So this is just my 2 cents on it myself. So with that, let me sit up here and go ahead and let it play. Get the Copyright Act of 1976, which y'all see on the phone screen. I'm not using this for no financial gain, no monetarily gain. I'm just using this for teaching purposes only. So here we go.
Never made a video like this before, and it's been eating at me inside to at least tell you guys what I've been saying. I feel like last night God gave me a dream about the mark of the beast, and it was kind of a doozy. It was kind of scary. But I will tell you as best as I remember, because it gets a little intense, but bear with me. So I was in a classroom, I was in a school setting or something like that, and I remember the teachers came to us saying that we had to get this quick little surgical system inserted because it was the only way to stay a part of society, because if you don't, it's basically like an automatic way of declaring yourself as an full-out criminal, like you're the worst of the worst and they gotta get you. And automatically I knew what it was and I knew not to get it, and I was telling certain kids like, yo, don't get it, like if whoever I could talk to quietly, and just like don't do it. And so we all had to walk from our classroom to the place to go get it done. As we were walking to that room, me and a few other kids just like took off in a certain direction and tried to start like hiding, like just we needed to hide. We knew we needed to hide. All the kids who went into that room I never saw again. Anyways, me and the kids who decided to run away were hiding in like the darkest corners and attics and crawl spaces of the building, of the facility, to not get caught, not get found, because if they found us we knew it would be bad. Anyways, a little bit of a fast forward. I'm sitting in a room and I see an officer walk in with his daughter. And this does get a little graphic. I'm sorry if it freaks anybody out. But they were both talking to each other, and I could tell he's like trying to calm her down or something. And in comes a few more officers, and they ask him, like, why didn't you do it? Like, why didn't you take the system? And before he even really could respond, they pew-pewed both of them in the heads. Bam, done. And me and like one or two other kids are sitting in these like rafters, like dark corner of the roof, watching this happen and realizing that if they catch us, that we are gone. We are Dunyan rings. There's nothing to do about it. And it started getting really intense from here because it's a life or death situation at this point. So for hours, we are sitting in these corners of the rooms trying to hide and pretend like we're not there and, sneak around. And, whenever a new person walks in the room and starts to search our area, we have to kind of keep going and hiding. Basically a big game of cat and mouse. Fast forward a few more hours, it's already nighttime. There's no one in the facility other than officers looking for me and the other kids. And we all knew that if they catch us, we're done. We knew we needed to escape the facility, but there was not much we could do to get there, especially while there's people walking around. There's a few moments where I almost got caught along with a few other people. And the only thing that I could do, the only thing that I knew to do was to get the guy before he got me. So, whatever was nearby, clunk, that's the only thing I could do. In which we kept running and hiding, trying to, get away from these guys and just make sure we didn't get caught. Sadly, I watched one kid who wasn't a part of my group in the immediate time get caught. They pulled him down from the thing and pew, right then and there. And we all saw it. Trying to maintain our composure, we eventually did find a way out. We did get out of the facility and we sprinted into the nearby forest. Fast forward again, I enter another warehouse situation with a bunch of other people who didn't take the mark. And I remember that things were very, very on edge. There was almost no food, not a lot of weapons. We didn't really have anything. And I watched a group of girls run inside the building holding up a sign. It's like 3, 2, 1. As soon as they put 0, they were hiding, and a truck pulls up with a bunch of people in it, a bunch of officers, and they get out and they start searching the area. And I knew the only thing that I could do was go and hide in the rafters again. I had to get up somewhere high and hide. And it was so scary because I was trying really hard not to knock anything over. In the area that I was in, there's a bunch of tools and stuff in this warehouse, and one little nut or screw falling off where I was would tell them, hey, come get me. It was pretty terrifying. And so anyways, I was up in the rafter. I got my way up there, and I watched these guys start to really search every single corner of this building, and it felt in my gut that it was only a matter of time before they find me. So I had to just keep hiding. I had to keep finding a way out. And then I woke up, and man, it felt really real. It felt extremely realistic, and there were some other details I won't go into because they were just a little bit more graphic, but it was real. It was there. I was there. And part of me just knows that when this mark actually comes, when the mark of the beast actually comes, this is how it's going to be. It's going to be at a point where if you take it, you're part of society, but you deny God, and if you don't take it, you will be. But again, I don't know. I'd rather go and be for my belief in God than be conform to whatever society wants me to do. At least I know I'm going to the kingdom.
So y'all heard it. So there it was. And like I said before, I listened to the brother M.A.R.K, and he made a point about the brother. He made a point about the guy. He said he looked like a Edomite, could be, but hey, he had a point going to, and that's what we looking for. Hey man, if you take that mark, you through. As a matter of fact, I wasn't gonna start with this, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Let me sit up here and go to Revelations real quick, because that's not where I want to start, but I'm gonna go there anyway. This is Revelations 13, and this is the point he was bringing up. Now I'm gonna come here and then I'm gonna go to Revelations 14, but this is Revelations 13 and 16, and it says, you know what? Let me read it. Man, well, hey, you know what? This is the point he made here anyway. So let's start at 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And there you go. And that was the point that he was making. Hey, if you ain't going to sit up, if you don't take this chip, it's going to be, hey, they coming, They coming. And what he said the people that didn't take a chip, he said up he said he was talking about how they had a guy, they caught the guy and they asked him why you didn't. And he said before he can even get the answer out, they pew pew, they put two in him, you know. And it also sit up here and said, you know, and if you go into Revelations, I think it's 17 or 20. I gotta look for it. Give me, you know, hold off on that. You know, it said that these are the ones that was beheaded for the word of Yahweh. Man, we didn't take that. We didn't sit up here and take that seal. We didn't take it. We didn't take that mark. You know. So hey, man, when it's about to be some tough times out here, and motherfuckers gonna have to make and decision time gonna be coming. You know, a lot of people going, hey, what it says. Matter of fact, man, before I sit up here and read this, man, let me. Salakia brothers, I might bounce around a little bit. Let me go to Revelations 3 and 10, because what it says for us, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. And you see, this is in red. Yahweh Shah speaking. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So, hey, the Lord said He going to keep us from that hour. We going to be protected. But guess what? Everybody else going to come upon. All the world is going to come upon the try, man. If you take it and you're so-called Black, Latino, or Native American, that's going to be your ass. You through. You're going to be destroyed. Now, going back to Revelations 13 and 16, and it says, and He calls it both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that mark in their right hand and in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You know, and here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of the man, and his number is 603 score and six, and we know that's 666. But he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. So it don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter if you're a free man. It don't matter if you're in jail. It don't matter how small you are in society. It don't matter how big you are in society. It don't matter no matter what you are. If you take it, you through. You know, point blank, period. You know, it doesn't matter. And that really goes if you're so-called Black, Latino, or Native American. If you're the Israelites, if you're an Israelite, you know, if you take that chip, that's gonna be your ass. Point blank, period. There ain't gonna be no saving. You're gonna come back in the kingdom. You're gonna get your ass destroyed on this side, because that means that you're sitting up and saying Big Daddy E is your master. As a matter of fact, in which I'm going to get Revelations 14, and then I'm going to jump to the other scripture I want to look at. This is Revelations 14 and 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image. You know, what's the beast? That's the EU, the European Union. You know, what's the image? His policies, his doctrine, his military might. You know, and what's gonna be that mark, that seal? It says, this is Revelations 14 and 9, and it says, the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead and in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Who's that Lamb? Yahweh Shai. Who's going to be those angels? Hopefully it's going to be us. Hopefully it's going to be me. Hopefully I'm going to be one of them. You know, those men, you know, who stood stiff for this truth, you know. But what's that fire and brimstone? There's going to be them nuclear missiles and that chariot fire, you know. So a lot of motherfuckers gonna get destroyed, man, if you take that motherfucking C-hip, man. If you take that chip, it's gonna be your ass, man. Point blank, period. You know? And just like it said in Revelations 3, it sit up and said, hey, look, I'm gonna keep you from the hour of temptation. You know, but also, you know, when you sit up here and look at it, let me go to that Revelations. And Salakia, brothers, I want to say it might be. Salakia, brothers. Damn. Oh, damn, I went right past it. I was in Revelations 20. Man, I went right past it. Wow. This is Revelations 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which not had worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, for 1,000 years. 8,000 years. And there you go, man. I went right past the Salakia, brothers. I'm sitting up here like, damn, I know I thought it was in 20, but I went right past it. Then I looked up and looked down and wasn't even paying attention. But here it is, man. Hey, someone's gonna be beheaded for this truth. Someone's gonna be beheaded. And in all honesty, that was Amwan Gabar. I keep calling him Amwan. That was Amwan Gabar. That's what the name. He said someone's gonna get our head chopped off. I forgot the name of his video, but that was somewhat the point, that someone's gonna be beheaded for this truth, man. So hey, we got to keep that in mind, man. And Apostle Tahar always sit up here and say, man, you got to keep in mind that hey, someone's gonna be killed for this truth. Someone's gonna die for this truth, man. So you got to have it in your mind. Hey, look, we in this truth, man, and we in it. You know, we in it. They're gonna come after. They're gonna start coming after the prophets pretty soon, man. They're gonna shut this word down. It's gonna be ugly. So hey, we gotta sit up here and keep that in our mind. So with that, let me sit up here and I'm gonna grab just a couple of more scriptures. This is one right here. I want to sit up here and grab Baruch. Baruch. What is that? Baruch 4:28. Or is it Salakia? Ecclesiastes 4:28. I'm surely sitting up here forgetting lately, ain't I? No, Ecclesiasticus. Here it is. This is Ecclesiasticus 4:28. It says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So, hey, we got to strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord going to fight for us, man. So, hey, even if it costs us our life, even if it costs us our life, doesn't matter. Hey, man, we all for this truth. We're going to stay steadfast in this truth, point blank period, even if it costs us our life, man, no matter what, Hey, I want the kingdom, man, and I'm praying when that time comes, the Lord put that spirit on me to tell them to go fuck themselves, and if it happens that I gotta be put to death, I hope He put that spirit on me, man. Hey, sit up here and take whatever comes my way, and I pray that every brother, if that happens to him, man, that the Lord put that spirit on you, man, hey, to be able to take everything and anything that comes your way, no matter what it is, I just grabbed one other one, and then I ended with this. It's Revelations. Passing it up. Revelations 2:10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." And there you go. Hey, be faithful unto death, man. Hey, we want those crowns, man, and no matter what happens, no matter what we go through, hey, I want that crown, man. Point blank period. And I know other brothers, that's what you want, that crown. Hey, man, we in this truth, man. Hey, we fighting to the finish line, man. How you gonna sit up here and get almost to the finish line and quit, or cower out, or get scared? Man, pray for faith, pray for strength, and brothers got to start praying a lot more too. Because if you ain't praying, you hurting yourself. If you ain't praying every day, you hurting your fucking self. So pray. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to those apostles and elders from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I'd like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Babal and Anya Habatham Malakim. Shalom.